Okay, so this is just a quick second part to drawing a simple face. We're going to look at these photos and use what we've been learning about drawing faces. The interesting thing is, although this one's looking at you straight on, and you can see there's the top of his head, and if I pull my fingers down, his eyes are exactly halfway up. Halfway between his eye and his chin is the bottom of his nose. Halfway between the bottom of his nose and his chin is the middle of his mouth. So he fits our model exactly. This young man is not looking at us straight on, he's looking over that way. And this young lady in the background's got her chin tipped up, so heads can move around and tip in all directions. But although we can see more of this side of his face than the other side, the rules still work. So top of his head, bottom of his chin, halfway up are his eyes, only this time they follow a bit of a curve where they're going round the corner. His nose is still halfway between his eyes and his chin, and his mouth is still halfway between his chin and his nose. So the rules still follow, but his whole head is turned slightly that way. So I'm just going to show you a little way we might sketch out heads that have features in different sizes, and I am going to choose quite a dark pencil for this so you can see it, but I suggest when you're drawing your spider lines you don't press this hard. So we looked at a face first that was looking straight on at us, and the eyes would be halfway up. Just going to do a little quick example. Halfway between that's the base of the nose, halfway between that's the mouth. Okay, and they are going at the moment straight down the centre of our face because it's looking straight at us. But let's say over here his face is turned away, and you have to think that the lines would follow the curve of a head, so they might look a bit more like this, and that centre line now goes down over that way. Now this is much more tricky. I've drawn those really hard so you can see. It's a little bit like on an egg. It would be quite cool to get an egg and maybe draw some of these lines on and look at them from different sides. Halfway up are his eyes, halfway again the base of his nose, and halfway again the base of his mouth. Like I said, ears in line with the eyes like that, and his hair will still cover the top half of his head. Okay, let's put some ears on this guy. Now, necks are another thing. You need to look at people's necks. They are not tiny little thin lines like that. They come nearly to the edge of your head. Okay, so what if our guy over here was looking up and away? That line would curve the other way this time and down there. Now this is quite hard stuff. I just wanted to give you a bit of a clue in case whoever you're drawing is not looking straight at you. And again, his neck would be stretched up a bit like that. We could try somebody looking down. Now their head would get, it's called foreshortening, which is a very posh word for it. But their eyes would actually look even further down, and their nose would be squashed down. So we're almost looking from above at this person, and we would see a lot more of their hair. Ears still on the side. Well, because I'm using a soft pencil, it's getting quite fat and unsharp already. Okay, and equally the same if somebody was looking up, we'd see more of their neck, and their eyes would appear to be slightly higher up. because we'd see more of the underneath of their head, wouldn't we? But you can still use those lines just to help you map out the main features of a face and make it look more realistic. So I hope, just as a quick doodle, that's helped you think a little bit more, can't stop drawing now, of the way your faces might fit together. Most importantly is to get your eyes halfway up your head and to really look at the way an eye is made. That will make your drawings look a lot more real and have a lot of fun.